Today is my birthday. I've officially made 38 trips around the sun, and I want to share today what I learned in the most recent trip around the sun. So in my life, there's always these new chapters, these new ideas that I bring to you, I expand upon, I talk about, I do with public speaking, I do with my coaching work. And this idea is one that was always right there in front of me, but I really didn't fully see it. And that is this one word, and I podcasted on it, but I'm bringing it back to the surface and planting it here as my number one lesson that I've learned about my life and my existence in the 38 years I've gone around the sun. And it is self-respect. Pretty straightforward. But overall, when you think of self-respect, I want you to think about this idea of no one will respect you more than you do for yourself. Prior to going around the sun 38 times, there was this unhealthy balance with me and the universe where I continually tried to make the universe act a certain way so that I could feel a certain way. And in that pursuit, there's also a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily pursue, like getting this gym habit finally figured out, which I'll be podcasting that in a little bit here about an update with that gym habit. And in the idea of doing the things, pursuing the things, also, I podcasted about this, how to be okay when others are not, how to detach my codependency on others being a certain way so that I could be a certain way. So many powerful ideas within the basic idea of I have learned to hold myself up. Easier said than done, but that is the pursuit every single day and the lesson that I am honing in every single day as well. So as we go through life, as we go through this last year, honoring what that self-respect has now allowed me to do is lead in a way towards being the best version of me I can be. Now, that isn't fairly unique, isn't fairly profound, but owning the responsibility for myself to be the best version of I can be to everybody else, that is the cornerstone of self-respect. When you accept responsibility for those areas that you're not performing in, when you accept responsibility for who you see yourself as in the mirror. For we are not who the world thinks we are who we think we are. And it's that point where we see who we think we are that our decisions are made, our biases are informed, and our language is shaped, and our actions are dictated based on how we see the world. And we see the world through a beer goggles lens of maybe mediocreness, maybe not enoughness. And we go through this idea of trying to find it, and we often don't know where to go. Well, I'm here to tell you, in 38 trips around the sun, it does not exist outside of yourself. It only exists on the inside. It exists in a place where you feel something on the inside that wasn't there before, maybe. When you look in the mirror, you can feel it. When you look in the mirror, you can stand up proud for what you did this day to make tomorrow better. It is from this place, it is from this cornerstone that our life truly begins to change. Because the things that have happened to me and the things that I've stepped into in the last 3 months, when I have fully been aware of this idea of self-respect, have been anything of like, if you would have told me them a year ago, recording this episode, because I did a similar episode like this last year, I wouldn't have believed it. I wouldn't have believed it. And so as we go through life, as we go through these steps and journeys, as we go trips around the sun, there's always lessons. And I'm positive the lesson that I share next year will be completely different than this year, and I'm probably not going to be able to predict the lessons I'm going to get from next year, because right now is the only time that matters, and it's the only one I'm moving towards or moving around. So remember, self-respect. No one will respect you more than you respect yourself, and that is the cornerstone that you should begin most of your development from, not from the outside, but from the inside. That is all I have for you today on September 20th of 2022, my 38th birthday, and my almost now 3 years hosting this podcast. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for listening all this time. And I look forward to doing it all over again with you tomorrow.